Best Abraham Lincoln Rare Prints to collect. The 1-cent stamp from 1959. Depicted in the center. The bust of Abraham Lincoln. Issued on the occasion of the 150th anniversary. From the date of his birth in 1809. Portrait drawn soon after his election to the presidency in 1861. It was until that time the youngest person elected president, and remained in office for 4 years until 1865. And is still considered one of the greatest presidents today in the history of the United States of America. And because he strengthened the federal government during the period of American secession. And why? Modernized the country's economy. About this portrait, you will be able to see him depicted without a beard. Different from the most popular images, which represent him with a beard. Up. His signature. Down. The written United States postage. Followed by the nominal value of the piece. 1 cent of the US dollar. Postage stamp issued on February 12, 1959. It had a circulation of 120,400,000 copies. With a 10.5 by 11 serration. Today a sheet of this piece can worth $20. The 4-cent series from 1958. They depict the bust of the 16th President of the United States of America, with the typical face of him with a beard. 100 years prior to the issue of this piece. In 1858. Abraham Lincoln. He ran for Republican Party senator in the state of Illinois, where he increasingly showed off in the political field. 2 years after, he will win the elections, officially becoming president in all respects. To the right, you will be able to see the writing, which bears his surname. Lower left, the nominal value of the piece. 4 cents of the American dollar. Stamp that makes up a series of 6 pieces. Its circulation is not known. And today it is worth €22. The 1965 4-cent stamp depicts the face of Abraham Lincoln, belonging to the prominent American series stamp series. In this production, numerous technological changes have developed, which have given rise to numerous varieties thanks to rubber, to luminescence, to perforations, to sheet formats, and much more relating to the field of philately. Lincoln, at the young age of 24, began working as postmaster in the town of New Salem, in Illinois. Above the bust, his surname is written down. Down. The nominal value of the piece. 4 cents of the American dollar. Postage stamp issued on November 19, 1965. It was printed by the press method. Today one sheet is worth $32. The series of 4 42-cent stamps from 2009 depicts important situations that have been part of American history. For example, in the first piece, you will be able to see a man digging the earth with a shovel, symbolizing the act in which Lincoln made available during his political activity millions of acres of cheap land to the people, as well as providing grants for agricultural universities. In those other pieces, you will be able to see important moments regarding his political activity, such as the introduction of laws, who financed the first transcontinental railroad, the introduction of the first paper money, income tax in the United States, and many other reforms that modernized the country. Up, you will be able to see the nominal value of the piece. 42 cents of the US dollar. Down. His signature. Series released on February 9, 2009. Issued to commemorate the 200th anniversary of his birth. In 1809. Today it is worth $39. The 25-cent stamp from 1960. It was issued for sending airmail, destined for Asia, to Australia, and most of Africa. To the left, you will be able to see the bust of Abraham Lincoln depicted, with some writing around it, which are quotes from some of his public speeches. To the right, the writing indicating that this piece, it is part of the U.S. Airmail series. You will in fact be able to see the image of a plane, which symbolizes postal use by plane. Under, the nominal value of the piece. 25 cents of the US dollar. Postage stamp issued on April 22, 1960. It has an 11 serration, And today this piece on a sheet can be worth up to $60. The 1958 4-cent stamp was issued to replace the 1938 Presidential Series and honor the Patriotic Stamp Series, paying homage to the guardians of freedom that have been part of American history. You will be able to see the bust of the American President, Abraham Lincoln, a little further to the right. His surname reported in writing under the nominal value of the piece, 4 cents of the American dollar. Postage stamp issued on July 31, 1958. It was printed by the press method, where a matrix full of ink was pressed onto paper, thus drawing the piece. This piece, it is considered rare because it has a perforation error. Initially designed to be printed on sheets with a perforation of serration equal to 10. Many of these stamps were mistakenly printed without perforation. One of these pieces, today it is worth $87 on the philately market. The 6-cent stamp of 1879 depicts the bust of American President Abraham Lincoln, facing left up. The writing is shown us post down. The nominal value of the piece, 6 cents of the American dollar. Special features of this piece: it's in the paper, which is hard, with a uniform thickness. The quality of this paper, it lasted longer and allowed the drawing to be more defined and of higher quality. Postage stamp issued on April 18, 1879. 20,738,000 copies were printed. Imprinted with the flat plate method, where a smooth and flat matrix was filled with ink and then pressed onto paper to release and print the stamp design with a 12-say ration. Today this piece is worth up to $650.